All right, man. This is going to be part one on unplugging yourself out of the matrix. Part one on unplugging yourself out of the matrix. All right. I'm going to try to make this as self-explanatory and humanly possible for even a baby can understand on this part one on unplugging yourself or coming out of the matrix and having an understanding of what kind of rabbit hole and how the snowball is coming into fruition. Just got done I've been looking at this and I've been telling you guys, man, the ones that's been listening to me, the ones that's having an understanding, an ear to hear. I've been talking about AI, artificial intelligence, and the outcome of what's coming behind it here in the near future and what's happening right now in this present moment. Now, I've been trying to get a lot of people to have an understanding that you need to not just digress from the social media platforms, but in all reality, deplug yourself away or unplug yourself away from this social mindset of I have to tell everybody, show everybody, picture this, picture that, give me self-absorbed lifestyle to where everything has to be me, and I have to show, and I don't care about nobody else but me, and only me. Elon Musk just had an excellent interview with Joe Rogan. You can look at it on YouTube if you want to. I will leave the links in the comment section or in the description or at the end of this podcast. There is something coming that's been in the fruition for a long time. Now, I'm going to try to give you some things that I heard in the podcast. I'm not going to be able to give you everything word by word because I don't remember everything. But you can go check it out for yourself. Now, do your own due diligence to check these things out and see it to be true. But it is true if you just have an ear to hear. And if your spirit is in tune with what I'm saying, then you'll have an understanding that what I'm telling you is truth and is facts, and it is playing a factor in your life. Now, all of us are playing the role in artificial intelligence, and we all have been duped into being a part of, I like to call, the beast system. Now, why would I say that you're part of the beast system? You would say, well, no, I'm not. I'm not part of no beast system. What are you talking about? Well, I want you to get this understanding that if we are unplugged into any social media outlet, or we have been using the cell phones for a means of not just for communication, because that's something that you have to do, but I'm talking about having it where not just the cell phone, computers, or the next fad on iPhones, or the next MacBook, or the next trend, or the next car, or whatever the case may be that you got to run to it, you got to get to it. You have became AI. You're part of AI. AI is artificial intelligence. A lot of it use biometrics. A lot of it use algorithms. A lot of it use different things to pay attention to the quote-unquote humanity, to see how you are evolving in the human world, or in this quote-unquote free America that we live in. And it is Google, Dr. Google, and YouTube and everything in between, and all these other social media platforms are using artificial intelligence, and it is programming itself to be more complex and more intelligent than a human. Now, I just told you that you are part of artificial intelligence, meaning that the things that we put out on social media, that we Google all the time, the things that we look for throughout a day-to-day basis, because they have took us away from us picking up a newspaper or us just reading a common book to get understanding, that you will go on YouTube or you will go on Dr. Google to try to learn something. You are making artificial intelligence smarter and have a better capability to be able to be on the same level as a human, but even greater. meaning 10 times faster, 10 times smarter. All these different things artificial intelligence is doing right now, and it's playing a factor into our life and into the future of our children, and also in this last generation that we stay in, that we're living in. So I say all that to say this: Elon Musk and his I would like to call his clique are putting together and already getting ready to put these things into fruition, to where they're infiltrating all their studies and everything that they know and everything that they have already created into artificial intelligence, to where the humans can apply artificial intelligence to their psyche, into their mindset, into their brain. Put in if they're going to use RDFI chip, but they're going to use some kind of mechanism to be able to, that you can put into your body, to where you can be, I like to call, abnormal, meaning you can be like the movie iRobot, how Will Smith was half robot, half man, where you can not necessarily have antinium or metal inside your body, but you can be reprogrammed mentally, sometimes physically, to what they're telling me with artificial intelligence. And you can be able to, when you're tired, let's use this for a scenario. When you're tired, you can be able to have artificial intelligence inside your body. You can be able to drive longer. You can be able to be up longer periods of time. You can be able to see farther and closer than other humans. You can be able to do different things that other people can't do. Now, this sounds like whoop-de-doo. Can't wait for that technology to come out so I can be part of that new fad. And I know this last generation, and this 2000 and up generation, is going to run and jump on that bandwagon, because they love everything to be give me. They love everything to be self-centered, self-absorbed, and me. Now, I understand that. Now, a lot of the older generation is going to do it as well, because we have a lazy generation that is in the fold right now, where people don't want to work, nor do they want to do anything with their hand, and they don't want to push the plow. They want somebody to do it for them. And we live in a society where that has become the new normal. And this is going to be something that's going to play a factor. Now, it's totally up to you to see the writing on the wall, brothers and sisters, and then plug yourself out of the matrix and see it for what it is. Now, it's totally up to you. I'm not going to make you just listen to my words, but go to Joe Rogan and Elon Musk on YouTube while you got the opportunities. I think they broke some of them down in different episodes, but I think it's like a 2-hour podcast. Check it out. Listen to what this Elon Musk has to say. Listen to what they're doing. Listen to what's coming and how they're telling you and how they're trying to get you to understand. Ladies and gentlemen, they got a robot. It's called it's a bio robot, where it is so fast, Elon Musk says, that when it runs, it leaves a blur. That's how fast it is, meaning you would not be able to see. All you see is a blur. So just imagine, they're going to use this same artificial intelligent robot. They're going to use AI out there in the field, out in the world. They may use it in the military. You never know. And you believe that it's going to always be for the good. You got to remember, and he even said it for himself, he's to a point now where at first he was afraid about artificial intelligence. Now he's to the point where he has co-opt and cope with it, to where it doesn't bother him anymore. He's not worried about it, because he says it is what it is. He said it is dangerous, but it's nothing man can do, because man can't control it. So that tells you a lot, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't come out of these cities, and you don't come out of these mega cities, like the city that I stay in, Jacksonville, Florida, and all these other big mega cities, you're going to be caught up in artificial intelligence, just like China over there, with their communists that's going on, and everybody is on a number basis. They're on a number base where everybody has a number, and everybody's linked to the biometric system. They know your eyes, they know your hands, they know your feet, they know your whereabouts. But that's another podcast for another day. So I just wanted to drop this podcast, brothers and sisters. Let it sink into your mind as you think about these things. And then look at your life for yourself, and look at how many times and how much time and hours and effort that you stay on video games, that you play on your phone, that you do video games on your phone, that you indulge in the cares of the world instead of indulging in the Most High God. I tell you, the decrease from the world and be more of Christ, because we're going to need him. And I promise you, if you're unplugged into the matrix, you will not see what's coming, and nor will you see the bridegroom coming, which is Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach. So with that being said, that he that has an ear, let him hear. The King is coming. This is the wake-up call.